The Otter Valley in Budleigh-Salterton, East Devon, where the River Otter meets the sea. A place that was at increasing risk of flooding in the face of rising sea levels, increased river flows and storms. 2 centuries ago, an embankment was built to hold back the sea to create farmland. As a result, infrastructure such as roads, utilities and even a cricket club were built below sea level. Over time, the threat of that embankment failing increased, with the potential for damaging consequences for the environment, the community and businesses. The options were to wait for the inevitable failure of the embankment or to take action. The Environment Agency, with landowners Clinton Devon Estates, worked with local people and partner organisations to identify and implement a change that enabled natural processes to be reinstated. The Lower Otter Restoration Project involved reconnecting the river, estuary and floodplain, delivering a more sustainable landscape with the capacity to adapt to climate change. The project also compensates for regional losses of intertidal habitat, which is being lost as it is being squeezed between the rising low tide mark and human-created barriers. In early 2021, detailed plans by designers Jacobs won unanimous support from planners, and so contractors from Kier, together with specialist ecologists, began the construction phase of the project. After a 30-month period, 55 hectares of low-grade farmland had begun its transition back to nationally important salt marsh and mudflats. Wildlife was quick to notice the difference, with rare birds and newly recorded species flocking to the site. These have included little egrets, avocets, glossy ibis, spoonbills, kingfishers and ospreys. Animals and plants already resident in the valley continue to thrive in an enhanced habitat in which kilometres of newly planted species-rich hedgerow and over 23,000 trees were planted. Working in partnership with the East Devon National Landscape Team, the project also removed more than 1.5 kilometres of overhead power lines and phone lines. A new 70-metre footbridge named the Elizabeth Bridge spans the breach in the embankment, providing continued access along the southwest coast path while the tide flows in and out of the new intertidal landscape. Access for people to enjoy the reserve has been made easier by improvements to more than 3 kilometres of footpaths with 7 viewing areas and information boards. The project has also raised South Farm Road to make the 500-metre stretch more resilient to flooding, keeping homes and businesses connected to their local community. Works to protect the environment also included the remediation of a former landfill site, which is now home to more than 10,000 trees and half a kilometre of new footpath. Budleigh-Salterton Cricket Club has moved from the floodplain to a flood-free pitch with improved facilities and a stunning new pavilion. The construction phase of the project finished in December 2023, but monitoring work will continue at the Lower Otter with a new dedicated ranger. The project site has been protected for the future through an extension of the East Devon Pebblebed Heaths National Nature Reserve, supporting wildlife, well-being, research and education.